This kind of response usually in a college is not appreciated, right? Am I sitting with youngsters or am I sitting with very, very elderly people? Good evening, everybody. Yes. ऐसा लग रहा है ना, थोड़ा जोश आना चाहिए. So here, while we talk about peace, you don't have 2 kilograms or 5 kilograms of peace. You have peace. But on the other side, violence has a degree. But peace is just peace. Now I want to ask you, is there any benefit of peace first? What is the benefit of peace? Now today so many people talk about stress, isn't it? आपने कभी बोला अरे यार थक गए हैं, stress हो गया? Have you said this? Yes, no? Some participation will be good. What do you say? Yes, no? So when you say stress, what do you mean by stress? Have you ever thought what do you mean by stress? Stress simply means that you have a mind and the mind is going in the past or the future. Have you noticed this? Are you sitting here? Yes. You're here? While you're here, are you noticing your mind is traveling? Somebody comes from outside, your mind immediately wants to look who's late. Your mind, while you're here, is not really here. For example, you're sitting here, but many people are thinking, पता नहीं कितने समय तक continue करेंगे ये. वो लगता है बहुत boring करने वाले हैं. पता नहीं क्या होगा. So while you're here, you're not here. You're already thinking about the future. And when you think about the future, what happens? Can you tell me? What happens when you think about the future? Will I get good marks? Will I clear this university? Will I get a good job? What happens when you think like that? क्या होता है? Stress. Not stress. Stress तो बहुत दूर है अभी तक. क्या होता है? Anxiety. Yes. किसने बताया? Perfect. एक बार ताली बजा दो इनके लिए. Anxiety. तो जब भी बोलते हैं ना anxiety हो रही है, tension हो रहा है, anxiety हो रही है, you have to ask yourself, I am actually sitting in the future. अब मैं कितना समय तक बोलने वाला हूं ये आपके हाथ में तो नहीं है, बट एंजाइटी कम करना है कि नहीं ये आपके हाथ में है. ईदर यू लिसन टू मी और यू कीप थिंकिंग कब खत्म होगा, कब खत्म होगा, कब खत्म होगा, like that. Are you understanding this? So future produces anxiety. Now let's talk about the past. What happens in the past? क्या होता है भूतकाल में? बताइए. What happens in the past? Yesterday somebody gave you 10 compliments but one insult. बोला बहुत अच्छे दोस्त हो, बहुत बढ़िया हो, but I don't trust you. Now what happens? Do you remember the 9 good compliments or you remember that one insult? Participate, then only it will make sense. One insult, right? One insult. Now this insult को पकड़ के अगर बार बार सारा जीवन ऐसे जाएगा कि next time that person comes, you forget the 9 compliments and your mind produces that same impression of I don't trust you, you cannot live life. And if you keep thinking about the past and only the negative incidents, what does the body produce? Can you tell me? भूतकाल में ले जाओ मन, एक catch a negative incident and think what is happening to you. Can anyone tell me what is the emotion it produces? क्या? It's called anger. Anger comes from the past कि कल ऐसे बोला था मुझे बोला था. So anger and anxiety. Can you believe if your mind is anger, anxiety. और anger में क्या होता है? शरीर गर्म हो जाता है. Anxiety और fear में क्या होता है? शरीर ठंडा हो जाता है. Now if your body is going like this is called stress. So when you are saying I am stressed, you are basically meaning that my mind is oscillating in the past and the future. कभी गुस्सा आता है, कभी वही चीज की एंजाइटी हो जाती है. पढ़ाई नहीं किया, गुस्सा आया, पढ़ाई क्यों नहीं किया, फिर एंजाइटी हो जाती है, फेल हो जाएंगे, मेरे बाकी के फ्रेंड्स सारे आगे चले जाएंगे, लगता है मैं यहीं पे रह जाऊंगा. एंड एंजाइटी, दिस इज स्ट्रेस एंड दिस इज एट द लेवल ऑफ द माइंड. how to handle this at the level of the mind? Do you even know where the mind is? If I tell you, भाई light बंद करो, you'll ask me the first question, button कहाँ है? I tell you button यहाँ है, you will switch off. But do you even know where is the mind? In your whole body, where is the mind? जो चीज का पता ही नहीं है, उसको हैंडल कैसे कर सकते भाई? Agree or not? If I ask you where is the mind, what will you say? In the brain? Where is it? I don't know. Now this one thing is called that how do I keep my mind in the present moment? Because present moment has all the creativity, joy, enthusiasm, innovation. जो भी बड़े बड़े इनोवेशंस देखोगे वो कोई पेड़ के नीचे बैठा है, एप्पल आके उसके सर के ऊपर गिरा, एकदम प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में आ गया मन, यहाँ बाथ टब में बैठा है और उसने बोला यूरेका. All innovations are a product of the present moment. All ideas are a product of the present moment. Joy is a product of the present moment. Don't you think you would like to experience something like that? Yes, no? Yes. Correct? And this produces clarity. Clarity का मतलब ही ये है. देखो यहाँ से जब भी जाओगे ना, जितना तुम यहाँ से if you want to go to Guwahati on a bike, what happens after you reach Guwahati after 5 hours? The full dress, your face, everything will be muddy. So this once you go from here to Guwahati, automatically you see the whole face, everything is muddy. What do you have to do? You just have to go and take a shower. You can do adventure in your life because you know कि shower ले लेंगे सब कुछ मैल निकल जाएगा. But this is not the case with the mind. One rejection if it happens in your life, you feel one failure in your life, you feel, why I don't want to venture in this, because we don't know how to do kachra management at the level of the mind. So first point which I wanted to tell you is how to bring the mind in the present. Because आप जब पढ़ाई करना शुरू करते हो, when you are going to start studying, what happens? First thing what comes to you is आज नहीं करते हैं, कल करेंगे. Second thing what it comes to you is ये नहीं समझ में आता है. Third thing what comes to you is यार मेरे से नहीं होगा, पिछली बार भी नहीं हुआ है. So mind is again going in the past and the future, past and the future. Have you experienced this? Yes. And how to bring the mind in the present to study? Because if you have to study, you have to bring the mind in the present. कैसे लाएं? ये किसी को नहीं पता है और कोई आपको बता भी नहीं सकता है. And the second one, first point is this. The second point is that, as I said, that if 10 compliments and 1 insult, how to come out of this trauma of negativity that I have received from my peers, family, far family and my other friends. कैसे इसको दूर करूं? Because when somebody tells you you have become negative, इसका मतलब ये है कि you have almost, ऐसा नहीं है कि लोग बुरा नहीं बोलेंगे, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता है. ऐसा भी नहीं है कि तुम बुरा नहीं सोचोगे, लेकिन जितना घर में एक कचरे का डब्बे का स्थान है जो इतना रहता है उतना ही होना चाहिए और उसको हर दिन खाली करना चाहिए. What do you do for a dustbin in your house? You take the dustbin and you empty it every day, right? Now if you don't empty the dustbin, your whole house is dirty. This is what produces trauma in the mind. When somebody tells you, and somebody who is very close to you, when he tells you I don't trust you, this for a long time produces trauma. तो जब लोग बोलते हैं ना यार ये मैं चीज छोड़ ही नहीं सकता हूँ, I can't let go of what I am going through, what my friend told me or did to me, this word is called trauma. How to do it then? Here I am talking about problems because I hope it will make you understand how to do it then. And the last thing is that being from this, from Jorhat, from Assam, a place which has, how would you say that, a place which has given you so much cultural enrichment. Like if you come to Assam, you see so much nature. The whole India is reeling under cement revolution, like cemented buildings and this and that. But when you travel in Assam, both sides you look, there is endless green. ऐसी जगह पे, इतनी natural जगह पे रह के, how do I handle the doubts in my life? If I tell you that I know entrepreneurs from Delhi, I know entrepreneurs from, from Bangalore, from Mumbai, who want to make something in their place and take it on a global stage. Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar ji, who is my guru, who says very interestingly, he says that broaden your vision but deepen your roots. So being from Assam and such a natural environment, can I think about producing something from Kaziranga University and taking it to the whole of the country? First thing what comes, क्या मैं कर सकता हूँ? Doubt. क्या ये सही है? Doubt. मेरे से नहीं होगा. So there are 3 doubts. One is fear of failure. कितना पैसा लगेगा? नहीं होगा. Second is लोग क्या बोलेंगे? आसपास वाले लोग क्या बोलेंगे? And third is fear on my own capability. Can I do it? No, I can't do it. Let me just do something small and live my life like that. I want that here today, if one person also can think something big, and if this transformation from this university, from Jorhat, goes to the whole of the country, won't that be a pride for all of us? Kya, haan, na? Yes. That we say produced in Jorhat, made for India or made for the world. This doubt, how do I handle? Because confidence is opposite of doubt. How do I handle this? तो कैसे करना चाहिए? This is all at the level of your mind. Mind by itself is incomprehensible. उसको पकड़ नहीं सकते हो मन को. देखा है ना, तुम अगर किसी को बोलो गुस्सा मत करो, क्या होता है? और गुस्सा आता है. हुआ है कि नहीं? तुमने अपने आप को प्रॉमिस किया कि मैं ये स्वीट नहीं खाऊंगा 1 जनवरी को, मैं पतला हो जाऊंगा, आई विल गो टू द जिम एंड आई विल प्रैक्टिस. बट क्या हुआ? You broke that next day, 2nd January, postponed it for 1 more year. How do I, and that is why this Art of Living course is so important for all of us, because how do I reach the mind which is incomprehensible, which is not able, which I can't catch? So that is why we use the breath. We use the breath to reach the mind. And why the breath? Because the mind and the breath are connected. Like as soon as you get angry, have you noticed the first thing that changes is the breath? पहले श्वास की गति बदल जाती है. And as soon as you are sad, your breath is very shallow. And when you are happy, have you noticed how your breath is? It's long and deep. हुआ है कि नहीं भाई? Yes, yes. पीछे participating or not listening? क्या बोल रहा है Instagram? It will help you. It will help you. And this is how we use the breath and handle the mind. So these 3 things I wanted to tell you today, that maybe with the help of the breath, we can all relax the mind and produce excellence in my life by bringing clarity, by being trauma free in my life, and by evading or deleting the doubts in my life. Interested?
Yes.
Yes. Kya interested? Yes, no?
Yes.
So that is all I wanted to bring to your notice. If we could have a chair, I could have conducted a small meditation so that we could have got a taste of this. But I don't think we. Do you want to meditate for 5 minutes? Yes. क्या हाँ या घर जाना है?
Yes.
So any questions you have? Anything you want to ask on this? कुछ पूछना है? दो ही तरह के लोग होते हैं, जिसको सब समझ में आ गया है शायद, या जिसने कुछ भी नहीं सुना है. आई एम जस्ट वंडरिंग विच टाइप इज आवर ऑडियंस, जिसको सब समझ में आ गया कि सुना ही नहीं.
Mind is in present state. Is it the interest the person should have?
Mind is in
Present state. Is it the interest people should have?
yes. If mind is in the present, automatically, have you noticed when you go to a picnic spot full of mountains and all, have you noticed what comes out of your first thing? What comes out of when you see the mountain scenery, and what comes out? Wow, wow. And when you go to an ocean and go and see the ocean waves and vastness, क्या आता है? अरे भाई, wow. This state, if can it be maintained for a long time, even with mechanical engineering and with, you know, electronics engineering and holding your other books, can this be maintained? Yes, it can be. And this is what is we are striving for. This is what we are striving for. और अगर ये सीख लिया भाई, फिर तो ये, अगर अपने मन पे जीत लिया तो तुम दुनिया को जीत लोगे. फिर दुनिया को जीतने की जरूरत नहीं है. Because the fight is not outside, the fight is inside. It's not outside. Correct?